Hi, everybody. It's a pleasure being here. I hope you can see my screen now.
Yes, we do.
Perfect. So just to quickly introduce myself, my name is Maxim Kon. I have been working a couple of years at different banks in Switzerland, and in early 2017, I joined the cryptocurrency industry, being the AML reporting officer of the back then the first Swiss company to become regulated in the crypto world. Meanwhile, I'm working as a compliance consultant for different projects, as well as running Cheksy, which is an aggregator for blockchain analytics systems and creating investigations and reports on blockchain risk. So let's jump straight into it. NFTs, what is it? To give you a very, very brief introduction, NFTs, they are a unit of data stored on the blockchain. That data can be sold and transferred. The NFTs are associated with particular digital or physical assets or licenses. They are non-fungible. That means they're not interchangeable. That means each of those items is unique in its value and shape and form. There are different types of NFTs, and I tried to come up with a couple of categories to give you an idea of those. It all began with NFT memes. So people were trying to claim ownership of famous memes, and the NFT technology gave them the possibility to claim the ownership and also monetize the success of their, let's call it, art. That brings us to actual art. So here we have the possibility for especially digital artists to actually sell their art, because before that, people would just take it and copy paste it and use it for their own purposes, like I did with my slides. But also for artists in the physical space, NFT gives new possibilities to reach a wider audience when selling their art. The next category would be collectibles. Some of you maybe remember post stamps or baseball cards that were traded and collected, and some of them were very expensive. These days, those things look like that. And that is a unique sports moment, and it is now collectible, it is now tradable, it's now transferable on the blockchain. That is just the beginning. From here, things get more complicated. With baseball cards or Pokemon cards, I never really understood what stops the creator of those cards to print more of the ones that are considered more expensive. Now, you can imagine a computer making sure that all those items are authentic and they cannot be more than a specific number. So this is, for example, the use case of Cryptopunks. There was a computer algorithm that created 10,000 of those pictures and distributed certain features to each of them. The rarer the set of features one item has, the more expensive the item gets. The cheapest of those pictures costs today $302,000, just to give you an idea of prices. And the prices go up to millions. But they're collectibles. You cannot do much more with them. Now you can imagine you can have one collectible and that can have a kit with another unique collectible, basically creating a third one that again is tradable. This is the concept of CryptoKitties. Back in 2017, CryptoKitty was a massive hype that almost brought down the Ethereum network. Nowadays, there are multiple different other games. You can not only breed new items, you can also fight with them against other. You can earn by playing. A famous example here is Axie Infinity. This is right now a huge hype in the Philippines. Now let's try to connect the digital world with the physical one. And I named it the metaverse. And this funny monkey here is one of the Bored Ape Yacht Club collectibles. It is a physical collectible. It is a digital collectible which is unique in its features, but it can also evolve into other things. But it comes with a certain set of other features connected to it. You get access to metaverse places or actual physical world parties. You can buy merchandise, but only if you own one of those. The cheapest of them today is $163,000. Yeah, but metaverse, there are also multiple use cases where you can sell digital land, houses, cars in the digital world. There are many more simple use cases, ticketing, music, movies, where you can transfer the license of it. But in theory, any kind of contract can be put on the blockchain and traded as a NFT. So why is it a problem? We have certain risks here. Number one, the NFT as a thing, as an asset, is not yet regulated. The NFT marketplaces do not perform any kind of KYC. There are huge amounts spent. And even the pure fact that people are willing to pay hundreds of dollars on gas fee moving those pictures should create some awareness. So how do you actually launder money with NFT? If you're looking to clean dirty money with an NFT, first thing you do, you create an anonymous NFT. If you're not very creative, you can go on Fiverr or Upwork and buy yourself a freshly created collection of nice pictures. Collections starting around $10. Then you take it and list it on the blockchain. You buy it from yourself using another anonymous, unregulated wallet with your dirty money. Voila, you have an official income from a sale of digital art. You can call yourself a famous digital artist now. Amazing, right? This is a very simple example, and it's almost too simple to be true, but it's been done, and people also spice it up with playing with the price. You buy a very expensive NFT, you sell it with a massive loss, then you can deduct your losses from your tax liabilities and so on. But before you drop the call and run away doing that, hang on for a second, because it's all on the blockchain. So you may wonder whether people would notice it. Yes, people will notice it, especially if you go a little bit too wild and sell your Cryptopunk for $500 million. Yes, happened recently. It was a little special situation because that was a flash loan, but we're not going into details here. The fact is that it was bought and sold from the same account. And Larva Labs, the creators of Cryptopunk, they were not even worried too much. They decided, well, we will not even tweet about those kind of events anymore in the future. I am of a slightly different opinion. I think this kind of activity gives people the possibility to create an automated in and outflow of trades to create a better cover story in the end. Let's take another example. There was an insider trading on OpenSea recently. OpenSea is the largest NFT platform. How did that insider trading come out? So there was a guy called zuvutv.eth, and he was curious enough to go and look up on Etherscan who was buying NFT items before the public announcement of those. And quickly he realized that there is a connection to a wallet where there is a Cryptopunk that belongs to one of the managers of OpenSea. So yes, you can look up who owns which NFT. It's very easy. You can go on OpenSea, you can look for a random bad guy, and there you go, right below the name of this person, you have the wallet address. You see all the transactional activity and the collections of this person. You can take the wallet address and go to Etherscan, and there you have even more detail. Now you see where the funds are coming in, where the funds are going to. You can see cross-chain connections and also different assets that this person holds. You don't need a lot of cool, expensive tools to do that. I have to admit, if you have cool and professional tools. You can do proper investigations. You can follow the money. You can create alerts on those. Because in the end, it all boils down to the fact that if you have an NFT, you have a seller and a buyer, usually from a non-regulated wallet. And if you follow a couple of hops back and forth, eventually, if you're lucky enough, sooner or later, you will end up at a regulated exchange. As a law enforcement, you can reach out to them. You can get the identity of the people on both sides of the deal. And there you go. You know what to do. I think right now this concept is a little bit burdensome. And I really hope that soon we will see the NFT marketplaces, and OpenSea is just an example here, to take that role for us and make sure that the buyer and the seller is not the same person. We are seeing a trend in this direction. Regulated exchanges like Coinbase and FTX are starting their own NFT marketplaces. OpenSea is partnering up with Christie, but it's still not there yet. So to announce my Christmas wish list, I would really hope that soon we will see regulators, enforcement, and forensic pay more attention to the NFT space. We see NFT marketplaces implementing KYC and AML rules. And actually the creators of NFT, they should not be anonymous anymore. Last but not least, the metaverse and the online gaming industry, they should think ahead and consider AML if things are getting complicated. And telling by today's volume, the NFT space will only get more wild in the future. So thanks everybody. Please, if you have any questions, let me know and feel free to connect and reach out to me.
Maxim, thanks a lot for your presentation. And again, we have some questions on asked on Slido. So let's have a look together. So maybe since you were quite on time, we have some time to reply to some of them. Okay, so let's see those questions. I see you can also see them on the screen.
Okay, well, the first one, NFT of a rock. Well, that's a thing. The first example of NFTs was a Ether rock that was sold over millions of dollars, and there are still collections, and none of them is less than a couple of 100,000. Here, the big question is, why would people do that? Why would people pay so much money? Is it what I described today, wash trades and for bringing the price up? Or is it really the fact of owning something of that uniqueness with that high rarity? And for what I see a lot and what I think is very important in the minds of those people paying that kind of money is the possibility of flexing with those NFTs. That means showing off. If you have a very expensive Rolex or a Lamborghini, only the people who are really meeting you on the street can see how cool your Rolex is. With an Ether rock as your Twitter picture, you can reach millions of people and show off. So people are willing to pay crazy amounts just to be with that high reach. Well, offline dealers of art, they have AML obligations. And I think right now we are moving slowly but steadily in this direction with partnership of Christie's and OpenSea. And this should be more proactive, because places like Rarible, OpenSea, and those kind of NFT marketplaces, that they have huge volumes of daily transactions. So them being not regulated right now is just pure risk for everybody involved. And yes, that's a very good point. Like if NFT is created by someone who is not the original artist, it's very difficult to track the original artist. And that was one of my wishes, because I think the artist, the original creator, should be there as the creator, and you have the possibility to actually monetize the future success of your item if you do it properly. Now, those guys selling art on Fiverr, announcing that this could be used for NFT, they're just in the wrong playing field. However, I have to admit, just putting NFTs on a marketplace doesn't make you famous. It's marketing. It's pure mad marketing that needs to be used and to make a hype around your items even before you launch them.
Yes, in fact, I remember a piece from Banksy that was then burned, and then so that only the NFT remained as the original version, if you can call it that way.
Yes, absolutely. So there are different possibilities. You have the digital art that is an NFT, but you have also art that is existing in the physical world. If you sell the NFT, you can sell the physical art with it, or you can sell them separately, or you can destroy the original physical item and only the digital one remains. That was the case of Banksy.
Thank you very much. Maybe we have another minute for one last question.
Yeah. So the NFT market is trading billions in the last months. I don't know the exact numbers right now. I think August, I read something about 2 billion in 1 month on OpenSea only. And it's really difficult to say the amount of illicit activity, because the pure fact that we can have blown up wash trades makes very difficult projects. But it seems it's very easy to use it for illicit activities.
Also, the fact you said that sometimes the seller and the buyer are the same person. So how do you consider that as part of the market or not?
Yeah.
Thank you, Maxim. So I think we should move to the next presenter. I want to thank you very much. It was really interesting. And we know a little bit more about this new topic of NFTs.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you so much.